Chelsea and Newcastle United initiate contact with Kim Min-Jae. Chelsea and Newcastle United have initiated contact with the entourage of Bayern Munich defender Kim Min-Jae ahead of a potential summer move, reports Foot Mercado. The South Korean center-back is contemplating an exit from the Allianz Arena after receiving backlash for his poor form. The 28-year-old has failed to replicate the exceptional form he showed at Napoli, which saw the Bavarians cough up €58 million for his services in 2023. He has started in all but 3 games in the Bundesliga and Champions League this season, but his erratic performances against Borussia Dortmund and Inter Milan in recent weeks have drawn criticism. The German Giants are also open to selling the former Fenerbahce defender for an appropriate offer this summer. He is contracted until June 2028. Chelsea are looking to provide an escape route for Kim as they aim to fortify their defense. The Blues' backline has struggled with consistency this season, leading to their fluctuating form. Despite having a stacked squad, the likes of Tosin Adarabioyo, Wesley Fofana, Benoit Badiashile, and Trevoh Chalobah have failed to live up to the mark. Enzo Maresca's side are looking to sign a high-profile center-back who can rejuvenate their defense and help them compete for trophies. Meanwhile, Newcastle are also scouring the market for a center-back to provide depth to their backline. Dan Burn and Fabian Schär have been colossuses at the back, playing a key role in the Magpies' EFL Cup triumph and their strong pursuit of Champions League qualification. Eddie Howe wants to add another quality center-back to their ranks due to Sven Botman's recurrent injury issues. Kim can be a good signing for the Toon as he has the physicality to thrive in the Premier League. Min-Jae Kim's agent has held concrete talks with Newcastle United. Kim is open to a move to England in the summer. The South Korean defender, currently playing for FC Bayern, has also been in discussions with Chelsea. Despite being a key player in Bayern's defense due to ongoing injury issues in the squad, the club is willing to consider offers around the €50 million mark, which was the fee paid to Napoli for his transfer. This opens the possibility for a significant move if Newcastle United or any other interested club meets the valuation. 50 meters defender would break all of Chelsea's rules, but could be perfect fit. Chelsea are stepping up their chase for a top central defender, it seems. With current options proving to injury-prone or just not good enough, the club are banking on a major sell-off of talent to create space in the squad and in the budget to buy a premier option. The names mentioned so far include Mark Guéhi and Dean Huijsen, and it seems like we can add another player to that list. The generally reliable Foot Mercado in France are saying that Bayern Munich Kim Min-Jae could be next on the list. The South Korea star made a €50 million move to Bavaria just 2 years ago as one of the most coveted central defenders in Europe after looking great with Napoli. He's struggled a little in the Bundesliga and now looks like an asset they'd be willing to sell on as they continue to rebuild under Vincent Kompany. Chelsea, along with Newcastle, are among the Premier League teams said to be interested, with an unnamed Serie A club also on the list. Kim is big, strong, and composed on the ball, and would appear to be an instant upgrade to our backline. Chelsea would have to bend their rules, but it could be the right thing to do. Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart with Bedded Egbali. Kim is 28, so would be older than the usual players we're targeting. However, it's somewhat believable that our sporting directors would be willing to bend their rules to get some elite experience in. Now they're several years into seeing what a mistake it is to only sign players under 21. Signing Kim still seems like an option, not nearly as good as signing the rising Huijsen or the homegrown and Premier League experienced Guéhi, but it's certainly worthwhile to have another avenue open given both those deals could be hard to complete. Bayern Munich. Kim Min-Jae opens the door to a departure in the Premier League. 2 years after arriving at Bayern Munich from Naples, Kim Min-Jae could sail to new horizons. According to our information, the 28-year-old South Korean central defender opened the door to a departure this summer. Several Premier League training courses, including Chelsea and Newcastle, have already taken the language with its agent for potential transfer. A Serie club has also expressed his interest in the former Naples player, currently linked to the Bavarians until 2028, but the latter today favors a transfer to a new championship. According to our information, the Premier League is one of its first choices. This season, the 1.90 defender has played 40 games in all competitions for 3 goals. He arrived at Bayern Munich against €50 million in 2023, after a title of historic Italian champion won in the jersey of Naples. Who is Min-Jae? Chelsea and Tottenham centre-back target revealed. If reports emerging from within South Korean football are to be believed, Chelsea or Tottenham could soon be set to acquire Asia's next big talent. Min-Jae has quietly been going about his business and making huge strides both domestically and with the national team. After moving from Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors to Beijing Guoan in 2019, Kim's football has seen exponential growth, with Premier League rivals Chelsea and Spurs now vying for his signature to bolster their defensive lines. Sportsmail takes a deeper look into the style and qualities of the 24-year-old, who is tipped to become a highly sought-after commodity in the transfer window. Born to parents who were both track athletes, Kim certainly has a sporting pedigree. Watching the central defender both in and out of possession, it becomes clear he has both a robust fitness and the physical stamina to remain dominant throughout a match. For both club and country, Kim is responsible for marshalling the back line and pushing his fellow defenders either deeper or higher up the pitch. In this sense, Kim sets the tempo at the back and does so with a surprising maturity given his younger years. Being such a raw athlete certainly contributes to Kim's all-round game and allows his many other sporting characteristics to shine through as a result. The monster. At 6 feet 4 inches, Kim is a physically imposing specimen and looms over his opponents in the penalty area. A distinct advantage in both attacking and defensive situations, Kim's presence can often be unnerving and has on previous occasion provoked reckless errors from rival sides. The South Korean utilizes his height advantage perfectly and is a formidable competitor in the air. Despite his career still being in its blooming stage, Kim already has a fine highlights reel of powerful headers, thudded into the back of the net with aplomb. Kim's athleticism coupled with his stature regularly sees strikers attempt to target his central defensive partner instead. The 24-year-old is no slouch on the pitch, and this quickly becomes apparent in the early stages of games. A monster of both physicality and endurance. Pace demon. Historically, center-backs have never been regarded for speed or were specifically required to possess this quality. It is only in recent years that the position has been revolutionized and the expectancy levels have gone through the roof. Previously, a solid center half need only be strong, durable, and possess a reassuring understanding and reading of the game. Now, with the likes of Liverpool's Virgil van Dijk and Real Madrid's Rafael Varane redefining the role and stepping up the demands, top central defenders are now also expected to provide an electric turn of pace. Chelsea and Spurs fans will be reassured to know that Kim has this desired trait in abundance. Though it would usually be seen as an obstacle when it comes to a foot race, his height and wide frame more often than not become an advantage. Kim is quick off the mark and rarely loses out to a striker when it comes to getting first to a loose ball, with his tall stature then allowing him to easily shield possession and wait for reinforcements or play it out from the back. That said, it will be very interesting to note if this still applies should Kim come up against some of the speed demons of Premier League